In this video, I'm going to tell you exactly what I would do if I had to start back at square one in my fat loss journey. If I woke up tomorrow with all the amount of body fat that I used to have on me, I wouldn't panic because I know what to do now and it's actually not that difficult. So in this video, I'm going to explain to you exactly what you can do, the step-by-step formula to get lean and aesthetic and burn the fat off your body. All right, so for this part, we're going to talk about just kind of the overview of everything. So just going to go over like the basics, the fundamentals, exactly what you need to know. And to start it off, I would really just say everything is a habit when it comes to fitness, when it comes to making gains. Fat loss is super simple. There's really no secret to it, not any hidden knowledge. And you know what? That's actually a good thing because it means that anyone can do it. And so naturally, you fall into your habits. So if you habitually eat bad foods, then you're going to fall back into those habits naturally if left on your own. So how do we change this? Well, it can take really anywhere from about 1 to 3 months to develop a habit into an automatic lifestyle. And what that means is that if you stay disciplined and consistent for long enough, then you can actually form healthy living into an automatic lifestyle, which is really, really cool because it means, hey, like there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Things do get easier. You know what they say, like as the ball gets rolling, it goes faster and faster. And so that's the same thing with fitness. As you develop these habits, as you get in the gym more often, as you eat healthier foods, it becomes a natural part of your lifestyle and it gets actually to be pretty automatic once you get used to it. All right, and real quick, guys, I know that this video is only about 8 to 10 minutes, and I'm going to provide as much value as I possibly can within this time frame. But if you're more interested in getting a more comprehensive overview, I actually do have a course in the description down below. It's several hours long. It's literally everything I know about fitness, and I just pretty much poured it out into one comprehensive course. So if you're looking to get into shape, get more muscle without having to do all the overthinking, then check it out. Anyways, let's get back to the video. All right, so now we're going to talk about the actual day-to-day steps that you can implement to get yourself into good shape. This is exactly what I would do if I was starting over from square one. The very first thing that I would do is I would remove the junk. And I know that that sounds pretty self-explanatory, but I'll tell you exactly what I mean by that. When I say remove the junk, I mean I would eliminate the non-nutritional, ultra-processed stuff. This is going to be the biggest struggle for most people, I think. The ultra processed stuff really refers to the super addictive stuff. You know, the ultra processed sugars, the fast food. I think a good general rule of thumb is if your ancestors couldn't eat it, then you shouldn't eat it as well. That's a good way to determine whether or not it's junk. You know, your ancestors obviously didn't have access to all the fast food, so that's the kind of stuff, you know, the chocolate cake, the donuts, that's the kind of stuff that I'm talking about when I say remove the junk. Just the ultra processed sugar, ultra processed food that's really not providing any nutritional value and is also super addictive. Instead, what I would do is I would replace that stuff with just a high protein animal based diet. High protein animal based, think of steak, ground beef, bison, fruit, eggs, yogurt, cheese, that kind of stuff. The stuff that humans have been eating for a long time now. This is going to be stuff that actually provides nutritional value to you. And here's the really cool part, because for me, when I dieted, I was really afraid of giving up the stuff that I enjoyed eating. I enjoyed eating the ultra processed sugar and all that. And I would go on a diet, and then like a couple days in, I would be like really having strong cravings. The cool thing about a high protein animal based diet is you notice if you can just make it to about a week or two of dieting on a high protein animal based, you'll notice that the actual cravings that you have tend to go away. Like once you get your body acclimated to an animal based diet, the cravings for the ultra processed sugar actually disappear, which is a really, really cool thing. I don't think that a lot of people understand this or realize how big of a deal this is, but it's true. Yeah, you know, the cravings tend to disappear. Now, the third thing that's really important is weightlifting. I see a lot of guys try to work their way around this one, try to get into good shape without implementing weightlifting into their routine, but it's just really not possible to do it without it, because ultimately an aesthetic body, a healthy, strong body, requires healthy, strong muscles. And so muscles are the other half of an aesthetic body. So we got the dieting down, but now we need to build some muscle. And so the good news is that you don't have to go crazy with this. This doesn't have to be some 7 days a week, 3 hours a day. Really, all we need to do is about 3 times a week, 30 minutes. That's all you need to adequately build muscle. If you do that, you're gonna get all the gains that you really need. So get in the gym. You can watch some other of my YouTube videos if you want that specifically talk about working out or exercises. There's tons of videos on the different exercises, but just get in the gym 3 times a week, 30 minutes. And then the last part of this is just going to be consistency and patience. Really, if we don't have consistency, none of the other steps matter, because you can do all the right stuff for 24 hours, but if you go back to an unhealthy lifestyle the next day, none of it's going to matter. So we need to be consistent with this. This is going to be a long-term process. Think of delayed gratification. That's the name of the game here. And that's obviously going to require some patience. So what that means for you is have a little space for grace. And I don't think that we talk about this enough. It's important to realize that along this process, you're a human being and it's okay to make mistakes. I made plenty of mistakes throughout my fitness journey. And that's just part of learning. That's okay. You know, no one does anything perfect their first time. So see the mistakes as just a learning opportunity, so that when the same challenge comes around again, you'll know what to do the right way. But that's pretty much what I would do if I had to start over from square one. I would remove the junk out of my diet, that ultra processed stuff, replace it with a high protein animal based diet. I'd get in the gym at least 3 times a week for 30 minutes a session. And I would do that consistently and have a little bit of space for grace and patience with myself. But anyways, I hope this video was helpful. Make sure you like and subscribe. Check out another one of my videos, similar topics. I talk a lot about fitness, getting lean, getting healthy, and getting in a static body. So see you guys soon and talk to you later. Bye.